Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the McGonagall Boxing Podcast. Hope you're well, hope you're good. Let's get straight down to it, shall we? So two things I want to talk about today. Obviously, two big issues. Tyson Fury. It's an interesting one, isn't it? He's come out this week after the devastating Josh Warrington loss and says inactivity is the biggest killer of boxing careers. He's totally right. But what worries me, he's doing exactly the same thing. He hasn't fought in over a year now, and let's be right, Morecambe Beach, it was a funny clip last week, but he looked badly out of shape. So, listen, is he the favourite to beat Joshua? Yes. Is he the better boxer? Yes. And my money still rides on Fury, but there's worries. If you're in the Fury camp, he looks overweight, probably by about stone, 2 stone. Stone and a half, 2 stone. Looking at the pictures last night. How much is he training? We know that Josh has recently been in the ring. We know he's still living a life. He's back in training already. And, you know, obviously, you know, Fury isn't. He's been totally inactive. Meanwhile, obviously, Joshua has fought twice in the same period. So, you know, that counts for something. So the gap, I feel, is slowly closing. After Wilder, you'd give Fury 90%, wouldn't you? You'd say it's 90-10%. Now I see it being a 60-40. I really do. And Josh was dangerous. Oh, wait, I've been saying this for a long time. If he gets inside, if Fury's sloppy, not sharp, AJ can catch him with an uppercut. There's no question. He's got quick uppercut inside, like he did with Klitschko, like he did with Pulev, and he's got a devastating overhand right. He can catch Fury, and if he does, he's going to knock him out. I don't care who you are. I mean, AJ can punch, so he's got to be his slippery best. He's got to be his sharp best. And you wonder, he's made a lot of money, is he? I hope so. But that wasn't great scenes I saw last week. He needs to start camp now. Literally now, get back. I'd love to have seen him have a tune-up fight. That's what I would have loved. December was the perfect time. For whatever reason, that got called off. So he's now going to be going, by the time it happens May, June, that's 16 months out of the ring. The same as Warrington. I'm not saying it'll naturally be the same outcome, but he needs to start buckling down Fury now and get hard training, because this is the fight of his life against AJ. Make no mistake about it. Breaking down Josh Kelly now, David Avanesyan. That's a really good fight for the European title, isn't it? This weekend at the Wembley Arena. Again, after Josh Warrington, I'm sure Josh Kelly's on guard. He knows he cannot showboat in this fight. He can't do like he did against Ray Robinson, who was a decent kind of journeyman at world level, showboated and cost himself the fight, got the draw. I've seen him fight as well against Castillo. Really boring fight. Ranuski, boring fight. But then again, you know, he can turn it on. We've all seen the highlight clips where he throws 9-8 left hooks in a row, you know, for a devastating knockout. That can happen, but that was ultimately against a British level fighter. So he's fighting someone who's the real deal. David Avanesyan, a European champion, top 10 in all the world rankings, just below the world champions really, but a decent fighter. Tough Russian experience. Fights a bit like Lara does as well. You know, puts it on you, aggressive, good chin, southpaw, mixes it up, goes to the head, goes to the body with the left hand, and then once he's got your attention with the left jab, throws a devastating right hook. I've seen him knock fighters out. They're too busy watching and guarding a left jab, which is kind of a piercing jab. Boom, he comes with a right hook. So he's got a good punch variety, good engine, good chin. Tough to beat. If Kelly is not at his devastating best, you know, switched on, good head movement, good variety, on it from the word go, he's going to lose. My money is on Kelly. I think he's a younger, fresher man. At his best, he's a brilliant fighter, isn't he? He can do it all. Great hand speed, phenomenal hand speed. But this is his biggest test, no question. This is the best fight he's fought. If he's not on point, if he starts showboating, if he starts sticking his chin up in the air, he's going to get hit. He's going to get knocked out. Trust me. Forget the Adam Booth philosophy. Forget the big talk beforehand. If he's not on point, if he's not respecting Avanesyan, if he hasn't got a tight guard, if he's not on it from the word go, sticks his chin out, his hands down, he's going to get knocked out. No showboating, Kelly, otherwise it's over for you. There's a long rebuilding. If he's focused, if we see him, like we did in the Olympics, I know it's a long time ago, but that kind of mentality where he's hungry for the gold, switched on, great defence, good guard, and good punch output, good pressure, then he beats it. I think he beats Avanesyan. I really do. I think he slowly beats him up. I'm not sure Kelly's got the power to beat Avanesyan. That's one thing I think Kelly lacks, but he's got great hand speed, great footwork, can do it all. Supremely talented. I think he beats Avanesyan on points, and I think he will be. I think the Warrington fight was a big wake-up call. I think Booth obviously was watching that, commentating. He'll be on Kelly. Focus. This is your big fight. This is your big moment. And I think he's going to, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be, he's going to have to dig down sometimes. Avanesyan's quick. He's going to catch him, trust me. And he's going to have to dig, bite on the gumshoe. But I think overall, I think Kelly rides the uncomfortable moments out. And I think he probably beats Avanesyan about 8-4. I think it's going to be a competitive fight. But I go for Josh Kelly on points. I just think his hand speed will be a bit too much for Avanesyan, who's good. He's no slouch, but he's not on the level of Kelly. The crazy angles Kelly possesses, and I think being in the UK is going to help him. And I just think, the blueprint, he's been knocked out before, Avanesyan. The blueprint is there to hurt him if you go to the body enough, and I think Booth switched on. I think they will. And I think Josh Kelly wins that in a unanimous points win. It will set up a brilliant fight with Conor Benn later on in the year. But he's got to be switched on. Otherwise, it's night for Josh Kelly.